The Federal Highway Administration mandates that all U.S. bridges must be inspected at regular intervals not to exceed 2 years. Fact. As of 1989, 231,389 bridges, more than 40% of the nation's total, were judged deficient by the FHA. Fact. Experts believe that in almost every case, bridge damage could be prevented with early detection. Designing a bridge or other marine structure is a complex and exacting job which requires the skills of highly trained professional engineers. But just as important as the initial design is the routine inspection and maintenance of every marine structure. What may appear to be a perfectly sound structure on the surface may not be safe where it really counts, underwater. Because a damaged marine structure can be as dangerous as one that was improperly designed, underwater inspection must be viewed as an engineering function and not merely a diving task left to non-technical personnel. As an engineering company specializing in structural underwater inspection, W.J. Castle and Associates has the experience and qualifications to ensure a comprehensive and accurate inspection of every type of marine structure. Each member of the Castle crew plays a key role in ensuring a safe and accurate inspection. The boat operator and tenders navigate and keep the boat in position during the dive and assist and communicate with the diver while he's in the water. The tenders are also responsible for monitoring the diver's air supply and critical underwater lifeline or rigging as needed. While a dependable inspection team is crucial to the success of every inspection, state-of-the-art diving equipment is also required to assure precise inspections. Based on water current speed, weather conditions, and wind velocities, an appropriate boat is first selected for the dive. Another primary consideration is the type of air supply to be used. While many companies use scuba gear, Castle and Associates emphasizes the use of surface-supplied air. The primary advantages of this system include direct communication with the diver for more accurate documentation, longer dive times for more thorough inspections, and greater surface control for increased diver safety. W.J. Castle uses the finest diving equipment available and carefully trains each crew member in pre-dive procedures. To ensure successful inspections, pre-dive preparations include rigging the air supply lines and checking pressures as well as wiring and testing the communication system. One of the many customized devices used by Castle and Associates is the diver-to-surface communication system. A small microphone and speaker are built into the diver's helmet. A communication line, interwoven with the air hose, is run directly into the control console, so the diver's report can be permanently recorded as he conducts the inspection. This system guarantees that no detail is forgotten or left unreported. A multi-layered diving suit, including an underlayer of clothing for warmth, an airtight Viking dry suit, outer layer coveralls, and an airtight diving helmet protect the diver from inclement water conditions or possible exposure to pollution. Additional equipment such as diving gloves, swim fins, weight belt, and diving harness also assist the diver during the inspection. In rare instances, such as when a diver may need special assistance, scuba equipment is also utilized. However, scuba is almost always used as a backup or emergency equipment. With this equipment, the W.J. Castle team can conduct inspections under virtually any conditions, regardless of the diving environment surrounding the structure. From icy rivers to polluted bays, W.J. Castle will get the job done. During the inspection, Castle divers carefully clean and test substructures using a variety of inspection tools. Removing marine growth is essential to expose the substructure for detailed inspection. When required, Castle divers will use ultrasonic devices, water blasting cleaning equipment, and core sampling tools for accurate, highly detailed follow-up inspections. To ensure a thorough and comprehensive inspection, the Castle team spends hours preparing a pre-dive plan. First, they determine boat access to the inspection site and measure water currents and velocities. In many cases, tidal changes are the most critical factor. The diving team must carefully plan entry time into the water at slack tides. During these slack tide intervals, the tidal direction is changing and the currents are at their slowest. When diving in a river, however, there will always be currents. So the boat must be securely anchored and a lifeline must be run from the boat to the diver in order for him to maintain his position and conduct an accurate inspection. Prior to the inspection, the Castle team collects and reviews as-built drawings of the structure and maps out a game plan for the dive. Any reports from previous inspections are also collected and reviewed to determine if any additional deterioration has occurred. Once all necessary information has been gathered, the Castle team is ready to begin the actual inspection. While each inspection must be approached differently, general inspection guidelines are followed. After positioning the boat based on anticipated tidal changes, numbers are assigned to each pier or substructure. This not only provides an organized system for documentation, but also serves as verification that the foundation is as shown in the supplied as-built drawings. The diver can now enter the water and begin the inspection. Following a systematic inspection path, the diver thoroughly examines the substructure and reports his findings directly to the team through the surface communication panel. To guarantee that no damage or potential problem goes unreported, the entire inspection is permanently recorded on audio tape and later transcribed for final documentation.
All right, I'm going to show you that there's no undermining. The channel bottom, the concrete runs straight down. There's no void from the channel bottom up. That means that there's no undermining or scouring.
W.J. Castle and Associates is experienced with every type of substructure material: concrete and masonry, timber and steel. All observed problems such as cracking, scaling, deterioration, marine borer damage, scouring, and undermining are described in detail and rated according to their level of severity. Since Castle uses only diving engineers, serious structural problems can be immediately reported. Scour and other forms of sediment bed erosion can be just as dangerous as damage to the substructure itself. Therefore, Castle divers examine ground conditions using a strategically planned map of probings and soundings. When the inspection is completed and all necessary information has been compiled, the audio-recorded inspection report is then transcribed, and the writing of the final inspection report begins. This detailed report includes written descriptions and drawings of each substructure inspected, points out all existing damage, maps out underwater ground conditions, and recommends a plan for any necessary repairs. When required, Castle and Associates will also provide visual documentation through still color photography and video recordings. A custom-designed clear water box allows for concise, still photos to be taken, regardless of the visibility of the water. Castle's specially designed underwater video recording system can also be used to provide an audio-visual record of the actual inspection. Following submission of the final report, W.J. Castle and Associates will, upon request, provide effective repair designs for all reported damages. W.J. Castle and Associates has set new standards in underwater inspection. Their expertise and experience in handling every phase of marine structure inspection have earned them the reputation as a leader in both the engineering and diving industries. W.J. Castle and Associates is one of the few engineering companies with a staff of professional engineers that actually do the diving. While other companies hire freelance commercial divers to do initial swim-by inspections, Castle engineers conduct detailed visual inspections with partial cleaning and scour investigations as part of their minimum inspection requirements. Based on the findings of the initial inspection, Castle also conducts an as-needed, highly detailed follow-up inspection using appropriate in-depth testing methods. William J. Castle, professional engineer and founder of Castle and Associates, has assembled a team of professional divers carefully trained in engineering, diving, and underwater inspection techniques. A recognized leader in both the engineering and diving fields, William Castle has been diving since 1976 and a practicing licensed professional engineer since 1972. His vast experience includes underwater and surface repair and design, bridge design from simple spans to multi-span structures, rehabilitation design, and bulkhead, pier, and dam design. Castle is also an active member of the American Society of Civil Engineers and the National Society of Professional Engineers. As a recognized member of the Association of Diving Contractors, William Castle has been appointed to a committee working towards the establishment of nationally recognized standards and qualifications for underwater inspections. He strongly believes that strict guidelines should be followed for underwater inspection, and that only qualified professionals should evaluate the safety of any marine structure. The rapidly expanding client list of W.J. Castle and Associates includes government agencies, departments of transportation, and prestigious private consulting engineering firms. When you contract W.J. Castle and Associates, every inspection is fully insured for all marine inspection liabilities. And since each report is signed and sealed by a professional engineer, W.J. Castle is one of the very few diving companies that accepts total responsibility for its inspections and repairs. Since the safety of every marine structure depends on regularly scheduled, detailed inspections, you require the assistance of highly qualified professionals. For accurate underwater inspections, contact W.J. Castle and Associates, the only professional engineers with commercial diving experience.